When our homes are healthy, warm, dry, and comfortable, we can live full lives and participate in our communities. Key barriers to improving homes include upfront financing of improvements and a lack of accessible independent advice on which solutions will have the greatest impact. Wellington City Council is one of 3 councils in the Wellington region that has already signed up to support the local government New Zealand-led rates assistance scheme, which offers the possibility of low-interest property-tied financing that is not part of council debt, but can still be administered through rates. This is an important move in addressing the financing barrier.
The rates assistance scheme, which is off council balance sheet, is actually a really great idea. I actually think this could be particularly impactful if LGNZ or council can make a net interest margin on it, which would then allow funding for something like the Eco Advisors scheme, $100 million of deferred rates, 1% interest margin, you'd have $1 million a year to fund the program.
In terms of the ratepayer assistance scheme, the council agreed to put in $500,000 to the setup of that because there's a big structure that needs to be in place. We need to understand there's going to be a lot of call on that when it gets up and running. Because primarily in our minds when it was set up, a lot was around ratepayer assistance and enabling people to stay in their own homes. There was some talk about making homes more efficient. So we've got to make sure it's not oversubscribed. So it's going to have to be a balance. We also need to work with central government because they've cut back. They've given, look, I put solar panels on our roof because there was a interest-free loan from government for 5 years. So, what's happening there and how do we make sure that this thing's not falling through the gaps? But we really need to be talking and thinking and figuring out how do we share the pot, which is shrinking.